Christmas 2025 Part 7. This is filmed on the exact same day as Part 6. I went and had dinner, so now we're filming Part 7. Alright, so I lost audio here, but let's get rid of the cat really quick here. I'm just going to do a voiceover for this. Cat's gone. I don't know what happened, but we have no audio, so this is my solution. I kind of remember this footage from yesterday. I gotta sort through the glass ornaments and the non-glass ornaments because I accidentally bought a shitload of glass ornaments. And that's a little bit of a problem. Because I have cats. And I don't exactly want glass ornaments where the cats can get to them. So I went and got a box here to put the non-glass ornaments in, because you can see that box on the table, that's for glass. This Pioneer Elite box here, this is my non-glass ornament box. So, just putting it over in the corner there, so I have somewhere to throw the non-glass ornaments into. And moving that box just off camera, moving my phone. So I have room to work here on this table. Here we got the gold glass balls, as they called it. I forget what brand makes these, but you can see some of them were broken. And to figure out what's glass, I just banged it on the table. I think that one was glass. You can see I'm being very careful because I don't want to cut my fingers open on this busted glass balls all over the top here, all over the tape. That one's very clearly glass because it's broken. I'm trying to pull it off very carefully. You can see I just about cut myself. Carefully trying to get it off because I want to pull that end cap off and save it. Which you can see I did right there. Oh, tapping it on the... Or no, I didn't. I took the... Tapping it on the table there to see if it's glass. Of course it's glass. I took the hook off. Now I'm removing the end cap, which I want to save. Alright, this next bit of clip here is filmed kind of wrong. I got a cat litter box to put the busted ornaments in. I'm trying to throw this one in here for effect. It didn't matter because the sound didn't work anyways. Just cleaning up the busted glass. I accidentally recorded this one in portrait and not landscape, so I'm going to have to fix this in editing. But we're going to go through the container of glass balls after I remove the top here. I should have noticed it said glass when I bought it, but I didn't. I felt one of the top ones here. I think it's that very big one there. And it was plastic, so I assume they were all plastic, except for the one that was, well, exploded on the top there. That's the only one that I thought was glass. I thought the rest of these were plastic. But, like I said, glass ornaments are okay. I'm not a fan of glass ornaments. Those are both plastic. These are glass. It sounds like glass when I tap it on the table, so I put it in the glass container. Glass. Got a whole bunch there. These are all glass, if I remember correctly. Except, I think that one was plastic. Now, I gotta be careful, because there's glass shards in there. These are all glass. See, a majority of the ornaments I bought are glass. Plastic. Glass. Nearly lost all of them there. Just telling myself I gotta be careful or I'm gonna break these. And I just about did break them. Then I just dumped what was left because I saw there was glass shards in there. And here I go cleaning the container out. Just trying to get every last bit of glass out because what's going to probably happen is I'm going to end up tipping the container over and making a mess, and I just don't want to make a massive mess if I don't have to. When I go to do the tree, probably on the 12th. Because just after Halloween here, I decorate outside, and then after Remembrance Day, I like to do the lights inside. Get about 2 months out of them. You know, I just noticed. I could have better audio quality right now if I was using my lav mic. Keep forgetting about these damn things. Every ornament, I'm putting them back in their original container because I was running out of room in that little box for glass ornaments. Keeping all the hooks because I need those hooks for other ornaments. The red tree balls, the plastic red tree balls I have, the red tree balls that I bought. They all got to squeeze into a box, a small box, like the one that you saw in the beginning there with all the glass ornaments. Just about tipped it over again. Gonna pause this for a second. Okay, actually switched over to the lav mic. Hopefully this sounds a little better. Currently, I think I'm getting the next bag ready of ornaments. Yep, we got the multicolored mix of random shit. Some glass, some plastic. That was glass, if I remember. Yep, glass. That one's glass. Most of these are going to be glass. I'm just going to mention when they're plastic. That's a star made out of metal. Another kind of tree ornament thing. Not for a tree, but like an ornament in the shape of a tree. Not sure what that stuff is. I think it's for a fish tank. Maybe some festive stuff for a fish tank or something. That's some sort of like dove or something. Like I think there's two of them in here. You'll see the other one shortly soon. You might be able to see it kind of up in the corner. Or up at the top, I guess. Those are all glass. That one's actually chipped. I nearly cut myself on it. I'm trying to put the end cap that I stole off that broken gold one into this one. You'll see in a second here, I was successful. That one was plastic. And there's these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. And that one looked kind of like a tree ornament, so in the box it goes. And there's a piece of a missing decoration that I don't have. Those are very clearly glass, and those are very messy ornaments. They remind me of C9 light bulbs. There's the other one, the other bird. I want to put those on the tree, but I fear the cats might try to eat them. A couple more glass ornaments here. I probably should have checked the microphone and made sure it was working. Note to self, do that next time. Make sure the microphone's actually working. Granted, I don't think it'll be a problem anymore because I'm ditching the wired lav mic setup that was at the desk, and I'm going to use this wireless kit for just everything now. It's more convenient. Looking for a Sharpie. I didn't have a Sharpie at the desk here, but in my other desk at the computer, I have a Sharpie. Not at the computer, but at the where the computer is located. Or where the editing happens, I should say. Except for today, where I'm just editing on the couch because I don't feel like going and sitting at the computer and setting up the microphone and the other monitor and everything. Here's the glass ornaments. I gotta blur that label out. That was a very terrible S, but I know what it means. Handwriting is not my strong suit, if you can't tell. I was deciding what I'm going to do with those. Here's the bag of red ornaments here. There was a couple of glass ones, but all these fancy looking ones, these are all plastic. So they're going into the plastic bin. So these are the kind where I'll put them low down on the tree, and if they get knocked off or stolen by a cat, I'm not worried about it breaking. As it's not super easy to break a glass ornament or a plastic ornament. It's very easy to break a glass ornament. Well, I know one thing for a fact now. I'm going to keep the audio enhancements on the computer and the whole sound deadening thing on the microphone turned off because that sounded like shit. Why must everyone text me right now? But that's all of that for the ornaments, I believe. Just cleaning up the desk. But that's not all for the video, and hopefully I have audio for this next portion. Well, as you can see, I actually got the camera oriented the right way this time, so I don't have to fuck with it. In this section, we're fixing the Christmas lights that I had just purchased. I'm still a little salty that I accidentally bought LEDs. But I had these 12 volt, or 6 volt, sorry, um, kind of interesting lights. So I was taking the snowman lights and I'm showing this is how they look, but I've got these white lights, which in a second here you'll see me dig out. There, those right there, those little bulbs. I was like, well, those might look okay in a snowman, but they really don't. Although I do have an idea that could make it actually look half decent. The spacing is wrong, though. Thankfully, there's only 2 more parts to this. There are 2 more videos to go through, but doing the voiceover takes quite a bit of time here. I thought these would look nice for the snowman lights, but they're just not bright enough. They're too small. Although it was a nice attempt. I'll give it that. An attempt was made. If you look closely, I thought these were LEDs at first. But once I plug them in here, if I can get them to stay in the damn socket, we zoom in on that bulb and attempt to dim the brightness down. There's a filament in there. There. See, there's an incandescent filament in there. These are 6 volt incandescents. I thought those were really cool. I've never seen those before. I have to find a way to integrate those into my setup. But I didn't end up doing what I wanted to with the snowman lights, making them look white. Or no, let me rephrase that. Giving them the warm white glow that they originally had. I used the multicolored set because that's just what I had on hand. And it looks okay. Here's those shitty LEDs. Ew, LED. They don't flicker on camera too bad until you start moving them. Because, they, what was I trying to say? I lost my train of thought. I'm recording in 60 FPS, so they don't look as flickery as it would like on 30 FPS. Wherever I'm given the option, I record 60 FPS. I think I was trying to find a loose bulb. I ended up breaking a couple of these. Just look how dim the oranges, the yellows, and the reds are compared to the greens or blues. This is why I don't like LEDs. The greens and the blues are just too harsh. I made a whole rant about this last year. If you want to hear it, go watch that video. I'm not going to do it again. That and the flickering. The flickering bothers me, so. If I don't have to be around it, I don't. That's also why I'm a little bit annoyed that I bought these. I'm trying to phase out LEDs in my setup. A few here and there is okay, but I did not need to buy more this year. But I got them now, so I'll find a use for them. This one was cracked, and then I went to see if it was loose, and then I ended up breaking the whole uh, cover, trying to get it to stay back in. I should have just glued it. I did this on. See, it just popped back off. I did this on the other one too. I went to pull a bulb out to see if these were 50 or 100, and I cracked the whole fucking. Um, I shattered the whole housing. See in a second here when I'm trying to force this in. That I end up breaking the entire glass housing. Right here. So now I'm pulling the glass out. So now I got glass on the table that I need to clean up. I missed a piece, and that's going to bother me now. Here's another set of those shitty blue LED lights that I absolutely despise. Why people buy the blue only LED strings, I don't understand. There's the rectifier. Rectifier or resistor. As I discovered, these sets are from 2009. So they've lasted 16 years. The fact that they've gone 16 years and haven't broken is really impressive to me. I okay, that flicker there, that's just how LEDs react. That didn't actually go out. That's just the frame rate messing with the shutter speed. The second rectifier, so I found out that this is a 100 string. And this is where I broke another housing. And I couldn't get this bulb out, so I just gave up on that one and I went and pulled another one. And that one was loose. I've got a set of LEDs that you saw from last year that go around my garage door. And this set is probably 7 or 8 years old now and still working. I've modified it. I've cut it down a little short. I had to clean up the broken glass. I cut it short by like 3 or 4 LEDs, which probably isn't great for the longevity of the LEDs, but if they break, they break. Because what ended up happening was they got snagged by the garage door, and unfortunately those worked. They got snagged by the garage door, and I had to perform a quick repair. And that was just my easiest solution. Just cut it back and cut off the broken section, call it good. And they worked all year. They're probably 3-volt LEDs. Well, I guess 5 bulbs out wouldn't really hurt it. That's 2.6 instead of 2.5 volts. Or 2.7 rounded. Here's the other set of shitty LEDs, as I'm going to be calling these. Just need to inspect them. I think I was looking for a date code on them, but I can't remember if this one had the date code or if it was the other one. But they're all the same age. Or no, I was looking for the broken bulb because I had grabbed the wrong set. I grabbed the wrong set of these LEDs, and I needed to make sure I got the correct set, not the bad set. Let's see me pull a bulb here. This is to see if it's 50 or 100. And this string is 50. The two colored strings are 50. The straight blue ones are 100. And all three of them equally suck. I was trying to figure out. Sorry, I keep yawning. I was trying to figure out the age of some of these sets because they did not have fuses in the plugs, which was odd to me. But not entirely surprising either. Here's finally the last string. The blue ones again. Oh no, these are the blue incandescents. That's the wrong bulb. Look at the brightness difference. It's probably what, a 6-volt bulb in the string? And in a second here, we got a bad bulb. Now I gotta go get my bulbs. I got the new bulbs. So we're gonna replace this bad bulb with a brand new blue bulb. I gotta restock my Christmas light collection here. I'm running out of bulbs. Here's a blue one. Fold the wires over and plug it back in and find out it doesn't work. Oh my god, it worked. That's a miracle. In a second here, there's another bad bulb. I think there was 2 or 3 in the string that were bad. Got another brand new bulb to put in. Slide it in. Fold the wires over. And plug it in. And sure enough, it works. And that's that set fixed. I think I'm trying to untangle the lights here. There was a couple sets and they were badly tangled. Oh, shit. That was supposed to be muted. For some reason, I grabbed the same lights again. What was supposed to be muted is I took a drink. I grabbed those same LEDs for some reason. I think I got it mixed up somehow. I was trying to, because I tested the same set twice. I think is what happened here. Who the fuck is texting me? And then we got the other set untangled here. The the one with the weird housing on the end here. I'm trying to find a date code or a brand or something because I've never seen Christmas lights with a white end on a green string. Looks like I gotta do some rewinding here. But yeah, I've never seen a white housing on green Christmas lights. I wonder if that was It's got to be factory. There's a bad bulb right here. I don't have the right color, but I matched it as close as I could, and it came out really close. That housing at the end though has to be factory because it's the same at the other end of the string. But on the other end of the string, it's a white bulb as well, like a clear bulb, not blue, not any color. And it's really weird. I've never seen that before. See, not a perfect match, but very close. Here, this is the other one. That one's got a clear bulb. So, of course, I went and grabbed my clear bulbs because I want to keep the set as close to the way I got it as possible. So I think I got my clear bulbs out. I'm grabbing a single clear bulb because I only need one. I pull out the bad bulb. Pull out the actual bad bulb itself. Throw it away. Get the new one ready to go. Separate the wires a bit because they get all bent around in the bags. Slip the new bulb in. Fold the wires. Go to plug it in. And it doesn't work. So I'm sitting here thinking, what the fuck just happened? I thought it wasn't making a good connection, or that I noticed one of the wires looked like it shifted out of place, so I tried to push it back into place. This is when I noticed that one of the wires looked out of place, so you'll see me unplug the string. I get some light, see if I can see down into there a little better. I couldn't exactly show it on camera because that would have been just a little bit difficult. I go to put the bulb back in to the housing here, plug it in. The plug's very flaky. I fixed this though. Still not working. So I pull it out, check the wires again, try to get it to stick onto that loose wire on the inside. Can't get it. Get frustrated. And I'm like, is there not power getting through the system? So I dig out the Lightkeeper Pro and you can see it's not blinking. There's no power. But then there's no power where the set's clearly working either, which is what's got me all fucked up. But I wonder if the metal desk played a part in this. Maybe that metal desk was fucking with everything. Because you gotta think, the Lightkeeper Pro is only so sensitive. So I'm pulling out the bulb, trying to get the Lightkeeper Pro to go in. Drop the set in the process. And I pull the bulb out, go to plug the Lightkeeper Pro in, and I can't get it to fit. So I'm like, well, shit, it doesn't fit. Now what am I going to do? Well, I could plug it in at the end of the plug, but pull another bulb out, got it to plug in, zapped it a bunch of times, and then you can see it lit. I put the bulb in, it worked. I'm pulling on it a bit here, and then it went out again. So at this point, I'm like, well, shit, do I got a loose bulb somewhere? Am I tracing a bad bulb or a bad wire? Because keep in mind, the set was working perfectly until I changed that one bulb. Zap it again, came on. Put the bulb back in, set's lighting. So you see me in a second here, I start shaking it around and moving it, pulling out bad bulbs still, but once I get all the bad bulbs, you'll see the part where I start shaking the set around. Get out a replacement bulb here, another blue one. All the blues in the set are really faded, so this really matches really well, totally. Kind of going through the set and untangling it, as this one was really bad and tangled. Found two more bad bulbs right here, a green and an orange, which I thought was a yellow at the time because of the way the light was reflecting off of it. I thought that was a yellow. I was like, well, shit, I don't have any yellows, but I got orange. Had to get a green out of this pack because conveniently this is the only one with greens left in it. Reds and greens are completely sucked out of that other bag. What I should do is sort these out into containers of red, green, blue, yellow, or orange, and the magenta slash purple one that these bags come with. I didn't spread the wires far enough. You can see that actually matched really well. albeit just a little bit brighter. You see me grabbing all the section that I just repaired, and I start shaking it around, trying to see if there's a loose connection, which there's not. It was just unfortunate timing that a few bulbs had failed. Now here's where I address the issue with the plug. I struggle to get the fuse holder open. And this is a very poor design where the fuses don't actually clip into place. They just kind of rest on the pads, which is okay if it makes a good connection. This one was not making a good connection. The pads were dirty and oxidized, and it just was not making a good connection. So I had to pull the fuses, scrape at the pads, and then here you can see I'm putting the fuses back into place and sealing it up. When I did this and plugged it back in, I forgot to zoom out the camera, as you can see, but I zoom it in, or zoom it out, wiggle the plug, and the only time it flickers is when I pull it out too far and it stops making contact in that meter. So with that, all the lights are fixed. There's a gizmo down at the bottom there, if you can see her, or at the top there, sitting there watching, waiting to attack the lights. Thanks for watching.